corporations raise their prices because they have to. And it's like, well, no, they don't have to. They're doing it because they can get away with it.
Inflation, everybody's talking about it, but ignoring one of its biggest causes, corporate concentration.
Yep.
Now, prices are undeniably rising.
The worst kind of corporate concentration is at the top of the hour ad break, when at the top of the hour there's a concentrated 60-second ad break that hits you BAM in the face. Blammo! Here's the woman ad break now.
In response, the Fed is about to slow the economy, even though we're still at least 4 million jobs short of where we were before the pandemic. And millions of American workers won't get the raises they deserve. Republicans haven't wasted any time hammering Biden and Democratic lawmakers about inflation.
Skyrocketing inflation.
But don't fall for their fear-mongering. Everybody's ignoring the deeper structural reason for price increases, the concentration of the American economy into the hands of a very few corporate giants with the power to raise prices. If the market were actually competitive, corporations would keep their prices as low as possible as they competed for customers. Even if some of their costs increased, they would do everything they could to avoid passing those costs on to consumers in the form of higher prices, for fear of losing business to competitors.
Thank you, immediate threat.
But that's the opposite of what we're seeing. Corporations are raising prices even as they rake in record profits. Corporate profit margins hit record highs last year. You see, these corporations have so much market power, they can raise prices with impunity. So the underlying problem isn't inflation.
Don't you think if the Dems at the bottom say, hey, we're entering a recession because of long-term systemic issues in our economic system, here's what we're going to do about it, and then simultaneously tax the fuck out of the rich and executive ordered forgiveness of student loans and mandatory 15 minimum wage, it actually just win this whole thing? Is that too much to fucking ask? Yes. Because he would, like, whoever would propose such a thing would get JFK'd so quick, dude, your head would spin. And their head would spin as well.
Inflation per se, it's lack of competition. Corporations are using the excuse of inflation to raise prices and make fatter profits. Take the energy sector. Only a few entities have access to the land and pipelines that control the oil and gas powering most of the world. They took a hit during the pandemic as most people stayed home. But they are more than making up for it now, limiting supply and ratcheting up prices.
Chevron, Exxon have doubled their profits. This isn't about inflation, this is about price gouging.
Or look at consumer goods. In April 2021, Procter & Gamble raised prices on staples like diapers and toilet paper, citing increased costs in raw materials and transportation. But P&G has been making huge profits. After some of its price increases went into effect, it reported an almost 25% profit margin. Looking to buy your diapers elsewhere? Well,
motherfuckers said, what if we stop buying? What are you going to do? Not buy, like, commodities that you need to survive? Like, what? Yeah, I'm done. I'm done buying food, actually. Yeah, go shoot up a prairie dog. Fry that prairie dog, brother. Yeah, I'll just die, bro. Fuck it. YOLO. Yeah, it's like that meme. It's like, I never pay attention to gas prices. What am I going to do? Not buy gas?
Good luck. The market is dominated by P&G and Kimberly-Clark, which not entirely coincidentally raised its prices at the same time. Another example, in April 2021, PepsiCo raised prices, blaming higher costs for ingredients, freight, and labor. It then recorded $3 billion in operating profits through September. How did it get away with this without losing customers? Pepsi has only one major competitor, Coca-Cola, which promptly raised its own price.
Dude, he's literally describing exactly what I told you with airliners and with price leadership. And that's precisely the reason why. That is precisely the reason why they can get away with all this shit, okay?
Prices. Coca-Cola recorded $10 billion in revenues in the third quarter of 2021, up 16% from the previous year. Food prices are soaring, but half of that is from meat, which costs 15% more than last year. There are only 4 major meat processing companies in America, which are all raising their prices and enjoying record profits. Get the picture? The underlying problem is not inflation.
I wouldn't say Johnny Harris's video was straight up the opposite of this. I would say that Johnny Harris's video featured exactly 3 seconds the much more complex problem of having zero competition and also having no government control over it as a consequence of how much power these duopolies and oligopolies have. That's the issue. He just didn't. He basically just said, "Oh well, profits, there's more money supply, so then corporations raise their prices because they have to." And it's like, well, no, they don't have to. They're doing it because they can get away with it.
Inflation, it's corporate power. Since the 1980s, when the U.S. government all but abandoned antitrust enforcement, all American industries have become more concentrated. Most are now dominated by a handful of corporations that coordinate prices and production. This is true of banks, broadband, pharmaceutical companies, airlines, meat packers, and, yes, soda. Corporations in all these industries and more could easily absorb higher costs, including long overdue wage increases, without passing them on to consumers in the form of higher prices, but they aren't. Instead, they're using their massive profits to line the pockets of major investors and executives, while both consumers and workers get shafted. How can this structural problem be fixed? Fighting corporate concentration with more aggressive antitrust enforcement. Biden has asked the Federal Trade Commission to investigate oil companies, and he's appointed experienced antitrust lawyers to both the Federal Trade Commission and the Justice Department. So don't fall for Republicans' fear-mongering about inflation. The real culprit here is corporate power.
Regulation is a fart in a hurricane at this point. Yeah, what must be done is so much more. Also, there's other negative consequences of this because, like, companies have to offset the costs. If there's any sort of fucking regulation whatsoever, one of the things that corporations will do immediately is, instead of fucking putting the cost back onto the consumer, which they're doing currently, if that is limited in some degree by the American government, then they will literally cut wages. They'll just straight up be like, sorry, because the profit rate has to stay stable, because in a weird way, the entire economy revolves around that. We have financialized every facet of our economy. Every part of our existence is financialized. They'll fucking engage in mass layoffs. They will then turn around and say, hey, I know we just did a bunch of mass layoffs, but if you're not fucking fearful that you're like employer, if your employer-backed health insurance, if you don't want to lose that, that's tied to your employment, then you have to take on the extra burden. You have to take on the extra responsibility. And all of our retirement is tied, like our pensions, our 401ks are tied to the stock market. So there's that too. Costco hot dog has been $1.50 since 1985. That's all I consume, so inflation doesn't exist. Thank you. Yeah, pair that up with 99-cent Arizona iced tea and you're fucking set, baby. Due to modern intersecting shareholding, and any competition is effectively self-cannibalizing and is de-incentivized. Honestly, if you aren't printing your own money yet, I don't know how to help you. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. This motherfucker said, bring back Glass-Steagall, tax like the 50s, 90% top marginal tax rate. Have wages that keep pace with production and inflation. Okay. Get 30% of the jobs on the market in a union and provide free higher education fixed. Yeah, that's funny, dude. Yeah, we'll do none of those things. How about you get 0 of those things and then you just keep fucking voting for the Democratic Party out of fear that, like, the Republican Party's agenda is literally going to be, if we think you're a homosexual, by that I mean a liberal, a libtard, we will shoot you on the streets. Hey guys, I'm Blake Masters, and I'm running for Arizona Congress on one fundamental bill alone. You should be able to murder your neighbor if you suspect them of being a Democrat, i.e. a communist. And then they get like, 50, they basically get like 23% of the vote, but it doesn't fucking matter because, like, the Republicans have already decided that, like, if you are going to vote in a fucking blue neighborhood, there is an auto turret that zaps you out of existence anyway. And then the state legislature in Arizona has already decided that even if you did actually vote and somehow got over 50% of the vote as a Democratic candidate, that the state legislature voted to overturn it because the state legislature is not dictated by the Democratic results, but instead about the heavily gerrymandered districts that favor white and rich people, where they can like go and fucking vote inside of their old folks' homes, inside of fucking golf courses that you're not allowed to go into, and then it doesn't even fucking matter. So then you're like literally dying to be like, okay, I'll just vote for the Democrats, I guess, because I don't want to be murdered because they suspect me of being a libtard. And yeah, that's it. And then the Democrats will come into power and go, oh my God, the homosexual murder bill is just simply too hard to combat, guys. Please vote for us and give us more money, though, because at least we're not running on the homosexual murder bill. Those guys are. We're not as bad as those guys. Also, actually, never mind. Some of our people actually are on board with the homosexual murder bill as well. We just realized. So fuck, we can't do anything about the homosexual murder bill because now we just don't have 50 people. Or wait, let's say the Democratic Party has 59 people. Then it's like, oh man, we don't have enough. We just simply never have enough. Never enough. We just got to reach across the aisle. Can we just do like murder half the gays bill? Like, can we just do that? Is that a better bill? Let's just do that. Compromise, bipartisan compromise. And then Kirsten Sinema's like, no, I'm bisexual. And that's it. That's all she says. She's like, I'm not letting you do this. If Americans want to murder gay people, they should be able to murder gay people. And then they're like, we're not letting you. I care about democracy and process and our institutions. So I say, if Americans want to murder homosexuals on the streets, they should be able to do so. I'm Kirsten Sinema and I'm bisexual. And then everyone is like, that's great. This is sick. Yeah, guess we got to respect that and not fire her. Exactly. If we raise the minimum wage to 15, I'm in favor of. Wouldn't corporations raise prices? It seems like they're doing it now. So would they do it on a wage increase, not trolling? Brother, corporations are currently increasing prices without the $15 wage. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, why do you think... Where did the $15 minimum wage pass that like corporations decided, we're going to have massive price increases? Can you explain the way that I can't get a job even though everyone seems to need workers? Must be a libtard, my friend.